and welcome back to another YouTube deep dive. My name is Lulu and today we'll be exploring the secret plot armor of cats. Nya nya, mother truckers. Now as an orange cat haver, I hope that this features a lot of orange cats. Oh
God, what in the... Mama, come get it!
I'm so sorry. The sleigh is the best in the TV, in the background. The cats wrote the entire script to this movie.
Oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord.
Oh! And his name was John Cena. Blah, 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 blah.
Broken. A term used to describe a character so overpowered that they make the game stop functioning as intended and exploit the game's balance in their favor.
I've been a streamer for 4 years. I learned this term about 2 weeks ago when we were playing Star Rail. I wish I was joking.
Well, if cats aren't the most broken animals on the planet, God must have discontinued first place.
Look at how happy that cat looks. Look at this guy. He's plotting the downfall of humanity right now.
I talk a lot about animals that got shafted by evolution. In fact, my most popular video today was about 10 of them. Ever do a video on nature's favorites? Cats would surely be at the very top. Cats are arguably the most successful predators we've ever seen. With so
no heckin' voice, she just slap that snake. I'm afraid to be living with cats now.
So many overpowered abilities, you'd swear it was plot armor.
Oh,
I don't even
shit.
want to make this intro too long, so here's 10 superpowers your cat has that you may or may not know.
There we go.
And number 1, 0 fall damage.
Those guys can go flying and nobody would notice.
You've probably heard that cats always land on their feet, but the real flex is being able to fall from heights that would have any human
Are
furnishing.
they okay?
A 1987 study showed that out of 132 cats that were brought to an emergency
Were they okay? I put my cat down gently every time. Maybe it's time for the yeet arc.
vet in New York City after falling out of a high-rise, 90% lived and less than 40% required life-saving treatment. It gets even wilder when
I thought this was a funny cat compilation. Look at this guy being
you
Spooderman.
realize that cats actually have a better chance of getting airdrop from a building and walking it off the higher the drop was. And it's all
This has to be staged. This has to be You cannot tell me.
because cats understand physics. You see, when you're in free fall, you accelerate towards the ground
Whoa,
until you
whoa,
reach
whoa,
terminal
whoa, whoa,
velocity
whoa,
where you
whoa,
literally
whoa.
can't fall any faster.
I don't know. I feel like falling is really scary. That's why I stay away from tall buildings, planes, tall ledges, mountains. What?
Cats reach
I'm not
TV, they
built like
splay their
this.
legs and kind of just parachute the rest
Oh,
of the way down.
shit.
And instead of landing on their feet, they break their fall with their chest and abdomen. Obviously,
This is a raccoon? Are they built the same way?
they don't completely tank the hit, but thanks to their
shit.
relatively large surface area to weight ratio, they maximize
You
the
have
points
got
of
to
contact
be
that smack the ground
kidding
and therefore
me.
minimize the damage. And since cats apparently have lifelong beef with gravity, cats that reach terminal velocity instinctively know not to tense up, but instead relax and basically turn themselves into a kite on the way down. The thing
Look, it's another orange cat. Who would have thought this?
if they don't have time to
Another
reach
orange
terminal
guy.
velocity, they end up getting
Oh.
hurt way worse. So like in a weird twist, cats that fall from 2 to 7 stories actually end up more down bad than the ones that touch Earth from 10 stories up. In
Cat physics are wild. How do they know how to compact themselves like that and how to land like that?
Cats have about a 95% chance of falling from 10 stories and living. Meanwhile, the average human has a 95% chance of getting outlined with chalk. Oh, and don't think the cutoff's 10 stories either.
That thick cat. He doesn't look real. I cannot be. Look at that guy. Look at his facial expression. That's a person.
Don't think the cutoff's 10 stories either. One cat named Sabrina took a 32-story express trip to the ground and walked away with only a punctured lung and a chipped tooth. Not to mention she was
I hope she lived to 100 cat years.
released and sent home 2 days later. Being impervious to fall damage is how snow leopards
what
can
is
not
that?
only make a living in the Himalayas, but can legit fall clear off a cliff, and the only injury they take is to their pride.
Oh,
Speaking
he's okay. That's so scary.
of plot armor, did you know cats are actually built to predict the weather? You see, cat hair attracts static electricity, so they can pick up on the buildup of electrical
I hope this guy's out of copyright by now. Oh my
charge that
god.
often comes before a really bad storm. And the cat's
No.
inner ears are sensitive to sudden drops in atmospheric pressure, which announce the arrival
Do you guys think cats get that eardrop that people get when they go on like elevators or planes? Because like I get that a lot. A lot. And I'm a sheep. Do you think it's worse for cats?
of a cloud assault. Technically, so can we. It's why our ears do the most and pop on a plane, but it's just that cat ears are that much more sensitive. And
can hear it right now. I was always told to chew gum on an airplane to not have that happen. But I was still worried about what if the pressure goes the wrong way. Will my ears turn inside out? That's absolute bullshit. Of course they won't. I'm chewing gum on the airplane.
They can even smell rain and lightning coming. It's so OP that sailors used to use cats aboard ship.
Look at the outfits, Matt.
As a forward forecast. Forecast. No, yeah, forecast. Apparently, a cat with the zoomies means you could expect strong winds. A cat that sneezed was warning you of heavy rain.
Is that why my cat keeps sneezing? Alexa, does my cat keep sneezing because it rains a lot in the Britlands? No freaking way.
Apparently, if one licked their fur against the grain mid-sail, then you better make like God's golfing, because it's finna hail.
I'm gonna start using my cat as the weather app.
Now, to be fair, a month surrounded by nothing but sea and seamen gives you a lot of time to just make...
Don't make a seaman joke. Don't make a seaman joke at me. At this hour of the day, bruh.
Stuff up. I mean, just how many sea monster stories was just a whale freeing his willy? But there might be some truth to the cat thing. Cats will often spend extra time licking themselves before a bad storm, since having damp fur helps with the static thing I told you about. So basically, if
wait, that's why?
Cats could talk, we'd see a lot of meteorologists on unemployment. And speaking of no
this is the dream. If you put me in the cat room for like 2 hours, I think it could fix me.
Cats really managed to finesse their way into living in nearly 50 million homes in America rent-free. And one of the biggest...
Rent-free. Killing spiders, catching mice, not their job. Their job is tell the weather. We had it wrong this entire time. We domesticated them for completely the wrong reasons.
His reasons is because cats...
Or did they domesticate us?
Cats are the best manipulators nature has to offer. And if you think they aren't, you're probably a mark and you don't even know it. According to researchers at the University of Sussex, many cats will exploit their owners with a soliciting purr. It's more...
Next, you're gonna tell me that just means give me food, I'm being cute for no reason. Are you kidding?
High frequency triggers a sense of urgency in humans, and even someone resembles the cry of an infant, and we just have to assume that's intentional.
So you are telling me that the first noise my cat makes in the morning, that little cute and that is literally just feed me more. I'm ready to bother you. It's not a cute good morning. I know I have very little brain cell, but I didn't know I was gonna be played like this first thing when I wake up. What? Damn.
And in experiments, not only did humans have a faster response time when hearing that purr compared to a normal one, it even affected people that never owned cats.
That's so wild. Even people that have never owned cats before. How?
This distress purr likely triggers a deep, innate nurturing response in humans, meaning you're literally hardwired to answer to it no matter what you were doing before.
That's so cute.
Apparently cats understand psychology too. That's not even really a joke because adult cats almost never meow to each other. But kittens do it with their mothers for food and warmth, and we have to assume they just figured out it works on humans too.
So what I really want to know is, do cats think that we're just big, stupid, hairless kittens then because we yap all the time? Does my cat really think I'm an absolute idiot? And I just don't get it.
And it's not just pet cats with this talent. Tigers have been known to imitate the sounds of their prey to lull them into a false sense of security. Tigers have reportedly mimicked sandbar deer and black bears. Bro, just listen to this.
Are you mooing because you want to be one with the cows?
Homie wants some steak. I'm not afraid of that. Those don't happen in my backyard. They're not out there.
I think that's how you trick cows into...
Scary.
And it's not just tigers. The South American margay will verbally cosplay as a baby monkey just to murk its parents like a Disney movie. And clearly the manipulation tactics were passed down. In fact, cats are so good at working people that they'd actually...
That's the president.
...be great politicians, which is probably how Mayor Stubbs of Talkeetna, Alaska stayed in office for 20 years, even survived...
Whoa, wait, the cat is the mayor? Is this true?
...assassination attempts by dogs, BB guns, and a deep fryer. There's another special ability cats have. It could arguably be the most overpowered of all. Pretty privilege. It's how...
Charisma 1000!
Dolphins got Flipper, orcas got Free Willy. Meanwhile, the best movie deal shark management could get them was being typecast as Jaws. You see, there's this thing called baby schema. It basically means that humans have an intrinsic bias towards a certain set of facial features in people and animals, to the point where it just makes us want to protect them. And with...
Okay. You say that, but have you considered this is why we like anime women? Ja, big jello glooper eyes, small mouth, tiny nose, sometimes whiskers, animal features. It was all a plot the entire time.
Have an intrinsic bias towards a certain set of facial features in people and animals, to the point where it just makes us want to protect them. And with their big head, wide eyes, and round forehead, cats literally remind us of babies. And even though it's a buff from nature, cats will 100% play into this by figuring out what combination of ear wiggling, whisker pointing, and eye narrowing gets the best response from people.
Okay,
now,
I'll stop manipulating you now.
Your cat can trigger oxytocin in both of you, the literal hormone that bonds a mother to her child. And you can see how cats were basically engineered to be irresistible. It's
We're gonna talk about the cat parasite next, right? For sure.
pretty privilege on every steroid possible. And it's wild because if any other animal had a reputation for cold indifference and global genocide, it'd be cause of pause. But because it's cats, we just let it slide. Cat cuteness virtually has us in a chokehold. And I said virtually
so
for a
ugly.
reason. It's said
That guy was so ugly, cute, I can't.
that 15% of all internet traffic is driven by cat content. That's
So really, cats were the real VTubers all along.
50% of all the stuff on the internet. I want you to think about that during this ad. Matter of fact, and I'm willing to put money on it. For some of y'all, this ad's about to be cat related. Oh, you're back. Oh, by the way, was it cat related? I'm actually curious.
I have that YouTube premium thing, so no ad.
But the thing that almost always gets forgotten is that cats give back as much as they take, which
Oh,
leads
this
to their
is so
next flex,
cute.
healing powers. And not just for them. Science says having a cat living under your roof easily extends your
I would love for my cat to do this, but I'm just gonna get smacked in the nose. Why do you guys think VTubers have no nose? Cats.
subscription to life. Studies show that cat owners are 40% less likely to suffer a heart attack and have a 30% less chance of getting clapped by cardiovascular complications. And since
So really, I'm just extending my lifespan here. If I get more
disease is one
cats.
of the leading causes of preventable death today, cats are like a real-life runner. Not to mention kids that grew up around cats have less of a chance of getting folded by allergies.
Oh,
especially if
I'm gonna go sniff my cat right now. Hold on, give me 1 second. I cannot wait. Hold up. Angelo! Nah, I still got hay fever. God damn it. Okay, so this cat got 2 jobs. No freaking way less allergies by owning a cat. Nah, I'm being lied to. There's no way.
the exposure started in early infancy or even while they're still in the womb waiting room. And then
I'm blaming my parents for the allergies now. We should have had a cat. Always told them.
there's the fact that just petting a cat can nerf stress levels and blood pressure. But if you really want to get literal
Oh, that's so cute. So, really, the answer isn't less burgers or less cholesterol. The answer is more cat.
about it, cats purr at a frequency that's said to improve bone density, repair tendons, and promote healing. I never really fully understood it, but apparently cats purr at a frequency that transmits vibrations throughout the body. Vibrations that help increase blood flow to the affected area, thereby bringing more nutrients.
So does artificial cats purring, like if I watched a YouTube video, also work though?
It's also believed that those same vibrations can help with soft tissue injuries like
That cat hit the catnip a little bit too hard.
sprains and strains. I know I said they live rent-free, but considering all they do to carry our health, again, I feel like we can let it slide. It's not just a buff to your health either. I vividly remember seeing a bunch of surveys that said that women on dating sites actually find men with cats more attractive. Something about seeming more nurturing or emotionally intelligent. On an unrelated note, I want y'all to meet my...
No way! That looks like Angela. No freaking way. Look at that. Look at that! Orange
editor and
cat!
content manager, Aslin. Say hi, Aslin. Say hi.
Yeah. Okay, 10 out of 10 video. I'm giving this a thumbs up right now.
Oh, good boy.
I tried to find the articles online,
so
but apparently there was a
cute.
switch up, and now women find cat owners less attractive. So on another unrelated note, yeah, he isn't mine. I'm actually just cat sitting for a friend.
I don't know. If you want to be with women that don't like cats, that's an L in your book.
Shout out to you, Yusuf. Yeah, but anyway, cat claw armor is so strong that it might
Oh,
just
that's
be able
so
to save
cute.
you from cancer. We've all heard
What?
the stories of feline physicians detecting it in people before anyone else could. Cats have a sense of smell about 14 times stronger than humans, with their 200 million odor receptors to our pitiful, almost embarrassing 5.
Angela knows when I farted 2 rooms over. I will never fart again.
5 million. Tumors produce volatile organic compounds, and these VOCs leave the body through sweat and breath. And there's a lot of respected researchers out there that will die on the hill that cats can sniff it out the same way dogs can.
That's crazy.
In 2018, rescue cat Mia climbed on owner Michelle Pearson's chest and wouldn't get off for anything, sniffing and pawing at
Aw,
the
that's
right
so
one while also meowing and
cute.
looking at her, as cats do. It wasn't until her husband checked for himself that he felt the telltale lump, and that's how the cat that was rescued from certain death ended up returning the favor and saving her owner from stage 2 breast cancer.
That's so good. Whoa, did the cat get an award?
And that's not even much of a reach considering there's also stories of cats warning their diabetic owners of their potentially fatally low blood sugar.
That's so
Either that or
sweet.
cats can see the future and they'll choose to keep you in theirs if they like
cute.
you enough. And even that's low-key valid considering superpower number 7 is that cats have ultra instinct. Those whiskers can detect sudden changes
The music just drastically changed like a jump scare.
in air currents to figure out the size, shape,
do,
and
do,
speed
do,
of
do,
nearby
do, do.
objects. It's like a whole radar system growing out of their face, and it's how a blindfolded cat is still hell on earth for any mouse in the area. Bro, I still don't think you're understanding just how much
The sound effects are killing me. These are so scary.
of a cheat whiskers are. Cats can even use their whiskers
Oh,
to
it's
figure
that
out what
wiggle.
direction their prey
It's
is
that
trying to
wiggle. What's
dodge
that
in
wiggle?
right before they pounce, allowing them to cut off any possible escape routes. Now to us, it's interesting and pretty cool, but to a mouse trying to make it home to his family, that's gotta be some bullshit. And
Fievel's not going west. Fievel's not going anywhere. Fievel's going meat pie.
cats don't just have them on their face, they have whiskers all over. And you can't even play dead with the cat since they have carpal whiskers that allow them to tell if their prey is playing or, actually past tense. And honestly, this might be the most broken ability cats have. It's basically impossible to catch a cat slipping. They
But the Metal Gear Solid, what?
don't have to hear you, they don't even have to smell you. All it takes is the smallest change in air currents to dry snitch on you. But as predators, cats are the ones that do the sneaking, which only makes
You say that, but every day I sneak up on my cat to jump scare him.
their
Every
next
day.
ability even more of a jihad for their prey. Superpower number 8. Cats are athletic freaks of nature. No, seriously.
Sorry, that aerodynamic cat
Cats are
got
the
me.
most athletic group of animals on Earth, and I'ma stand on that. On speed, cheetahs can go 0 to 60 in 3 seconds and can peak out at over 70 miles per hour. A cheetah on a Sunday morning jog can still get pulled over on the turnpike. Ain't that crazy? Want to see some long jumping? Cougars can clear 45 feet
What is it?
horizontally on an off day. You want to see a cat
Why is his tongue so long? What is that fruit by the foot?
get high minus the catnip? The serval jumps so high that their meal prep
Boing.
literally involves pimp slapping birds right out of the air. And for powerlifting, here we have a literal deadlift by a leopard using only its teeth. Yes, that is
Oh,
a
that's
rhino.
scary.
Yes, that is a giraffe. And speaking of leopards, they're also gymnasts on steroids that turn trees into jungle gyms. And if you think you're safe from the smoking water, keep in mind that the caiman is part of one of the most successful group of predators in history. And all it took was an aquatic equalizer in the form of a cat to wreck their entire game plan. Not to mention jaguars have been seen swimming clear across the Panama Canal.
I'm gonna say the cat pattern was really pretty. I would
That
wear
one.
that.
Also, they have a hydraulic press for a
Oh.
job. God help you if you get caught in it.
Oh,
and all I need to
damn.
say about tigers is that this is an Indian gar, and even this walking Red Bull logo can get choked out by a 500-pound striped Giggle Garfield. And I don't even need to say anything about lions. Those triceps
Why is he so built? How does he lift like this? Has to be photos. You cannot tell me.
speak for themselves.
I need
Cats
to
are
let
nature's
you-
population control, and there isn't anywhere on Earth outside of the Devil's Ice Rink that doesn't have some kind of cat running it. Even the
damn.
travel-sized ones are a menace. The
Okay, if I was a mouse, I saw that. Just eat me. That's so cute.
deadliest cat in the world is the African black-footed cat, and because of their metabolism, not only can they catch up to 15 bodies a night, they also have a hunting success rate of 60%. Not even lions, tigers, and leopards can touch that. There's a reason why domestic cats put billions of animals on shirts a year, and sometimes they turn entire species into history lessons. And unlike their wild cousins, a lot of times with domestic cats, they do it just for fun. Yeah, you think it's cute, but it's bloodlust. And if you're a mouse, an op with whiskers is like Thanos. They do be inevitable.
You said scary, but look how cute.
Especially when you factor superpower number 9. Cats can teleport. I'm dead serious. Cats do this thing where they just spawn wherever the plot needs them the most.
Yoink.
As solitary
That deep yoink. Jesus, what the heck?
hunters, cats can cover insane amounts of distance in times that really make no sense. Take mountain lions, for example.
You say that's scary, but that guy has that milk beard. I'm drinking milk from the jar.
Male cougars will often travel hundreds of miles away from their mother's territory to find their own. In 2009, a tagged cougar took a walk that took him from Black Hills, South Dakota, all the way to Greenwich, Connecticut.
So like, for Americans, this distance looks very big. Us Europeans cannot comprehend how one country is this big. I just think this is like a leisurely stroll from London to London.
Took a walk that took him from Black Hills, South Dakota, all the way to Greenwich, Connecticut.
This makes no... Sure.
Basically, he hiked from Mount Rushmore to 30 miles from Manhattan.
But how long is that distance measured in minutes? Because that's how Americans measure distance.
And it's not just cougars that go cross-country.
Look, he's got
a
the milk
tiger named
phobia.
T1 managed to walk 800 miles across India in only a few months, fueled by nothing but the power of horny. And of course, there's a story of El Jefe. a jaguar that randomly showed up in Arizona just outside Tucson. I could really keep going. From
Oh wait, that's terrifying. Could you imagine living in Arizona, you're having a great time, not experiencing summertime daylight savings, and then boom, jaguar.
June 2017 to July 2018, a
Oh, this
young
is
lynx
cute.
trekked from a wildlife refuge in Alaska all the way
Oh my
into the heart of the
goodness,
Yukon.
that's so
A trip that
cute.
totaled 2,174
tail wag.
miles. His name was Hobo, by the way. Can't even make that
Now that's Angelo with lipstick. You cannot. That's my cat with lipstick on.
up. But the best story of teleporting cats was Clementine Jones. She was a cat in New York whose family left her behind because they were moving and they figured the trip would be too hard on a
So
pregnant cat.
cute.
Oh, little did they know. Clementine spent a couple of months with her kittens and then one day just headed out and popped up at her old family's home 1,600 miles away in Denver. And it's not even like the family got tricked by a dupe. Clementine was born with an extra toe and had a burn mark on her shoulder. There was no mistaking her. There's only one cat power that's
so
arguably
cool.
more impressive, and you saw it coming as soon as you clicked on this video.
What?
Superpower number 10, mind control. And
Oh, are we at the cat parasite?
it's all because of a little parasite called,
I learned about this week. Crazy.
you know the name, Toxoplasma gondii. It all starts when this parasite enters a cat because they literally only reproduce in their bowels and their eggs don't get past until the cat has a movement, usually in a litter box. Now here's the problem. The Toxoplasma gondii needs to find a way back into the cat in order to hit restart on its life cycle, and the best way to do that is by setting up shop inside one of the animals on its grocery list. The only issue is no mouse that values its life is going anywhere near a death sentence with toe beans to make it happen.
Death sentence with Toby. Number 50. That's so scary.
So the parasite, which by the way basically uses the mouse as a layover, they begin to rewire its brain in order to remove the fear of
Wasn't this a Tom and Jerry episode?
cats. And I don't even know how, but infected mice can even start fiending for cat pee. With more irrational
Oh, ew.
confidence in the father of four and an Instagram model's
Oh, oh,
comments,
oh,
it's
oh,
easier for the mouse to get body bagged by its number one op, thus repeating this vicious mouse murking cycle. And of course, we now believe that when this same parasite invades us, they do the same thing they would to a mouse, which is why popular opinion is
For a second, I didn't see the cats. I just saw the outline. I was like, oh, this is Asmongold's room.
that the Toxoplasma parasite causes an unreasonable attraction to cats. And it's possible that this factory reset of our personality is due to the parasite making enzymes that control dopamine. And
So, they literally brainwash you. I mean, they can't. I wouldn't even mind. But how do you know? How do you find out if you have the cat parasite?
it's not just humans that can get infected. Turns out afflicted hyena cubs end up bolder
these
in the
are
face
so
of
cute.
lions, which is a great way for them to get invited to a meet and greet with Mufasa. It's not 100% proven that the parasite's responsible
Cat Island looks so cute. Cat Island in Japan looks so cute. But I wouldn't ever want to leave.
for all the cat people in the world, but hear me out. There's proof that this parasite was present in ancient Egyptian mummies, and these were the people that straight up worshipped them. Not to mention
Maybe that's why.
up to a third of all people alive
Maybe that's
right now
why.
have it, and most have no idea. And that's why I say cats have the wildest plot armor I've ever seen.
I want to know. Where's the at-home testing kit for the cat parasite?
Because real talk, only cats could spin a parasitic infection into a way of living rent-free. Trust me,
The smack sound effect again!
I would know.
There's
Yeah,
another
right,
cat.
cool.
How many cats own him? You don't own cats. Cats own you.
That's why cats are the most broken animals in nature.
Oh my
with cats
God.
being nature's cutest form of population control. I talk about them a lot in my book. Hold on. Sorry, girl. Okay.
With cats being
Told
nature's
you.
cutest form of
Oh, that's
population
so
control. I
cute.
talk about them a lot in my book, 100 Animals That Can Kill You. Link in the description if you want to see for yourself. But make sure you drink water, hug your mother, hug a cat. It might just save your life. And if he allows it, I'ma see y'all.
Sorry, the cat that gains sentience after biting is so cute.
In the next one.
Wow! That's a beetle!
Oh, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Okay. You can go now. There you go.
That's so cute! What the heck? This was the insane plot armor of Cat. What a wonderful, wonderful video! I will be linking the original in the description below, so please go and check it out for yourself in case there's anything that you missed today. If you have any other creators or videos you want me to react to, please leave them in the comments below or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye. Mwah!